A beautiful story you don't want to miss, but first, welcome back to Today in Iowa, and happy Sunday. I'm Lauren Moss. That heat and humidity, yeah, they're back for the last official Sunday of summer. Let's go check in with Kyle Keel. Kyle.
Yeah, right on cue as well, as we're going to continue with this heat and humidity really through the first day of fall.
New this morning, a robbery suspect is dead following an officer-involved shooting in Iowa. It happened yesterday in Ankeny. Police were called to a robbery in progress at a Hy-Vee gas station. A report says an officer later found the suspect at a different gas station when that suspect allegedly pointed a gun at the officer. The officer then shot and killed the suspect. More details are expected to be released later this week. A shocking story this week. A 10-year-old boy is okay after falling onto a meat skewer. The boy says he was playing in his treehouse when a swarm of yellow jackets tried stinging him. While trying to escape, he fell from a ladder, landing on a foot-long skewer. It went right through his face, stopping at his skull. Look at this. After a 7-hour procedure, a team of experts were able to remove it safely.
He thinks he fell probably about 4 feet is what he said, but one stung his hand, and so just out of reaction he went to hit it and he fell, and he said he just shut his eyes and then he just felt something really just like sharp and hot and opened his eyes, and it was just, get to mom, get to mom.
Oh, just terrible. But look, amazingly, this 10-year-old is expected to make a full recovery. In another part of the world, health experts sent out a warning after needles were found hidden inside strawberries. This happened in Australia. One man ended up in the hospital after swallowing one. 6 different brands are affected there. Authorities say this was a deliberate act. They're now offering a $100,000 reward for anyone with information leading to an arrest. Continuing coverage now into the big story of the weekend. Experts say by the time Florence is done, up to 40 inches of rain will have fallen in some parts of the Carolinas. Natasha Chen has the very latest for us in North Carolina. 34 Iowans are currently volunteering with the Red Cross to help those dealing with Florence. Jolene Carpenter is a Dubuque native. She's gone to more than a dozen disasters in the past 8 years. She's currently in South Carolina. She says the Red Cross set up about 20 to 25 shelters. Each of them can house anywhere between 400 to 500 people. Since the storm hit, Carpenter's team has been relying on authorities to help get supplies to where they need to go.
So they have large vehicles, and we were loading them up with our supplies until about 3:30 in the morning for them to get them out into our shelters.
And Carpenter says as they wait out the storm, they're preparing for the aftermath. The Red Cross says they expect to be able to begin assessing the full extent of that damage sometime today or tomorrow. From weddings to childbirth, Florence is changing up the plans for many, many people. A woman was supposed to give birth at her home in North Carolina, but instead, she delivered a baby girl in Pennsylvania at the same hospital she was born in. The couple evacuated on Tuesday, one day before her due date. Baby Matilda was born healthy on Friday. You know, back here in Iowa, the federal government has denied a request from Governor Kim Reynolds. She asked for assistance in recovering from the summer's string of tornadoes back on July 19th. FEMA has turned down a request that would have supported survivors with housing and medical expenses. However, a separate request to help rebuild has been approved by FEMA for here in Iowa. Meanwhile, over on the western part of the country, they're dealing with wildfires. Many say the federal government isn't doing much to help, but Utah's governor is saying this is not the time to point fingers. Dan Roscon has more. And for the latest on these wildfires, head to our website, kwwl.com. Continuing coverage, a Border Patrol agent is arrested, accused of murdering 4 women and kidnapping another. Juan David Ortiz is a 10-year veteran supervisor for the U.S. Border Patrol. Police say the women were sex workers picked up by the agent. Now, it's not clear if the agent was on duty at the time.
Except that we can have pumpkin everything.
You know what? And it was Oktoberfest this weekend?
Yeah.
And everyone is talking about this one event. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yes.
Some wiener dogs took off for the races. Yes, it was during Dubuque's Oktoberfest this weekend. Here's your champ, this little guy, Bruno. His nickname? The Beast, Kyle.
The Beast.
Isn't that hysterical? He's 2 years old from Cedar Falls, and this wasn't his first time competing. No way. He took 2nd place in 2016 and in 2017, so this was his year Bruno, we are clapping for you. Way to go, Beast. All right, still on the way. And Eastern Iowa Soldier's homecoming was even more special, all thanks to his neighbors. We have that big surprise coming up after this. But before we go, let's go ahead and take another live look at Cedar Falls, Bruno's hometown.
Yes.
Still celebrating, probably. As Kyle said, enjoy the heat while you can before that cool down comes. And stick with us. We'll be right back after this. Continuing our weather coverage, no surprise here, according to the Iowa DNR. We've had the wettest August in Iowa since 2007. Our Storm Track 7 meteorologists say northern portions of the state received above average rainfall. That's led to all this recent flooding. Meanwhile, the southern portion had a dry start to the month, but don't worry, they caught up too. Not to mention temps all across the state were slightly warmer than average, about a half a degree warmer than normal. Okay, M&M's is going nuts with new flavors next year. The brand will supposedly unveil 3 new M&M's. The 3 flavors reportedly are English toffee peanut, Mexican jalapeno peanut, and Thai coconut peanut. A lot of words going on. Once you buy one, though, you can then vote on your favorite. These new M&M's will be released in 2019. See, I'm just an original girl. Just give me plain chocolate, and I'm happy.
Give me the peanut butter and I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, I like
all these flavors.
I like M&M's way too much. I've had the mint flavor, the raspberry flavor. I love them all.
Ask Kyle for your recommendation. And it's hard to believe that we're already talking about 2019, but it's going to be here before we know it.
The corner, just like fall, which is right around the corner.
Yeah.
6 days, believe it or not. Wouldn't believe it with this forecast, though. We'll have temperatures in the upper 80s today. Humid here throughout much of the work week, but we do have several chances for rain. First early Tuesday morning, then Tuesday night through Thursday. So that's something we will keep track of over the next few days, but finally feeling like fall by Friday and Saturday.
Okay, and whatever M&M's you like, enjoy the day, the last Sunday of summer. Thanks for being here, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next weekend.